Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up there in age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about escrows and how that can affect, people, especially in this inflationary market, and how that could affect anyone. So, for example, before we get started, with my escrow accounts, how does an escrow even work? So an escrow is essentially something that a company can offer you, a mortgage lending company can offer you, whether or not you have 20% down on the home or not. And what an escrow does is it takes your taxes and it takes your insurance policy, your homeowner's insurance policy, bundles that together and pays it out to those two entities for you. So you don't have to mail out your property taxes and you don't have to mail out or pay electronically your homeowner's insurance. With that being said, if you do decide to go without an escrow, you can then pay these two parties yourself. And this way that lowers the mortgage itself to where you can just focus on the mortgage as the mortgage payment, and you can focus on your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance separately, or even pay that once a year or twice a year. Property taxes are twice a year. Homeowner's insurance can be twice a year or even once a year. So how an escrow works is, again, they just take care of all that for you. They incorporate that within your mortgage payment, and you pay that on a monthly basis in order to continue that payment. The reason why I don't like the escrow so much is because you don't really understand what is going on, especially with your homeowner's insurance. All you see is the price of everything going up every single year. And it almost seems as though the escrow might be doing that on purpose or intentionally, or your homeowner's insurance might just be jacking things up to the moon and back. The thing about property taxes is that you'll get a letter in the mail showing what the value of your home may be to the city. And then from that, they're going to then raise or decrease your taxes. So I got a letter in the mail probably at the beginning of January, if I'm not mistaken, and it said, hey, this is where we value your home. If you believe that this is incorrect, you can go to the city and you can petition for a lower rate. Or if you believe that this is accurate, you can leave it the same, and your new taxes, property taxes, will take effect. To be honest, I thought it came in lower than what it is worth, so I didn't want to go and fight it. But that might not be the case, because again, in my last video, I told you how much my escrow went up by, so I'm not going to rehash that. But what did I go ahead and do? I can't really argue the property taxes because I let that boat sail, and I thought that it was reasonable. And even if I had went back to fight it, honestly, I felt like they might say, listen, the properties have gone up so much in this area that we probably should increase it rather than keep it the same. So I didn't want to fight that battle. And now I'm not sure that would happen. I'm sure it would only either stay the same or it would decrease. But again, I just didn't see the win for me there. I felt like it would take too much time, and time is money. So with that being said, I decided to fight the battle of the homeowner's insurance policy. And what really happened with my homeowner's insurance policy is it went from about just under $1,000 a year when I first bought the property to over $1,500 a year. That's just in the homeowner's insurance, people. So in 2 years, it did a $500 increase. And I was a little shocked by that. Like, not much has changed except all the upgrades that I've actually done to the house So that should actually help with the cost. But it was almost like a sneak attack, people. So in January, the rate was already higher than it should have been. I didn't even know that I was already paying that increased homeowners insurance. And on my other property, I think it went from $700 to $1,000. So that was a $300 increase. And I didn't want to fight that battle because, yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. Let's just say it was my primary residence at one point. So I didn't want to fight that battle just yet. I'm going to leave it where it is at $1,000-ish. And for the property that I'm currently in, I decided I'm going to fight that battle. I'm going to find me some cheaper insurance. So I went to Allstate, I went to State Farm, and I ended up choosing one of the two companies. And it's the same company that has my car insured as well. So that actually lowered the price on my car insurance as well, which I am grateful for. So I'm like, hey, I'm saving money on the car, saved a little bit on the home, and that's a win-win for me. So I like that. And if I ever do decide to go elsewhere, guess what? Now I get to take the car and the homeowner's insurance and bundle that with a whole nother agency. So I like the sound of that already. So now everything is in one place. Another thing is, I think it's just so easy when you have your car and home already bundled together. Why do you really need an escrow just for your taxes now, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh my goodness, like why even have the escrow? Because it's only going to take away from what you're looking at doing. So for me, I'm not one of those guys who are like minimum payment. I'm going to hold on to this for 30 years. No, to be honest, I put a whole mortgage payment on the house every single month on top of the mortgage payment every single month. And so I'm seeing thousands of dollars erode from my mortgage every single month. So with that being said, and this is only being done on my primary residence, by the way, not on the rental property. So I'm doing that just because I like the feeling of, again, being able to pay off my home anytime I want without having to necessarily think about it. Everyone has different strategies to how they want to live their life and how they want to do things. Mine is different. It's not necessarily that I just want a debt-free home, but with these interest rates, I also think that it's helping me to stay put. And I don't want to be helped to stay put. I actually want to be able to decide on whether I'll be moving to Texas, whether I'll be moving to Florida. Based on a lot of DeSantis's laws, I didn't like the, well, I'm not going to get political with you, but I will say that some of his laws I agree with, some I don't. But Florida is looking promising in some areas, and it might be worth moving to. Now, I don't like the floods. I don't like all that other stuff that's going on, so I'll definitely have to do more research. Maybe I'll move close and maybe not just be in Florida. But you know, that is something that I may be planning on doing 10 good years from now, with the full ability to do so, without thinking about the interest rate, without thinking about there's money being left on the table, none of that. So when that time does finally settle and set in, it will be a choice made without any restraint. And that's what I really, really want to be able to do. That's basically my take on it. What do you guys think about escrows? And would you want an escrow? Would you want to do everything on your own? Someone told me that I was lucky to have an escrow because they have to, you know, mail in their taxes. They have to do all that other stuff. I'm pretty sure you can probably do your taxes electronically for your properties. I'm pretty sure they have that system in place. But let me know in the comment section down below what you think. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.